So I just want to use another one of my decks that I got, and this one's called the Green Witch Oracle. And I'm pretty sure all the pictures are basically about the seasons and nature, everything to do with nature basically. So the message that I want to do today was, what message does the universe have for the divine feminine? What message does the universe have for the divine feminine? I like to do that one the most because then it gives us some guidance on what we need to do, or what we're doing correct, or what areas are we still lacking that we need to put more effort into. I really like these cards. Like, they remind me kind of like a fairy tale. I don't know which movie, but like it reminds me one of like a Disney movie or something. So look at that. That's so nice. That's like what you crush your spices in, or garlic or whatever, right? These I don't know what material that is, but it says mortal and pestle, integration, subtlety, thoroughness. So what this means. So what the universe is telling you is that right now you're probably going through a process of integration. So you're integrating everything that you've learned, all the healing that you've done up until this year. That's probably why you've had a lot of ascension periods that you've gone through that have been very tedious and hard on you, and purging of emotions. And now you're integrating everything that you've learned. You're taking the stuff that you've learned through other sources, you've taken the stuff that your intuition has told you, you've taken the stuff that the messages that the universe has told you, and now you're integrating this new way of being, this person that's more aligned with their highest timeline. And now, like, your mind, body, and soul is integrating with each other. So you're starting to integrate this new way of being, this new mindset, this new look, this new everything. It's integrating and becoming one. And now your inner world is starting to reflect in your outer world. The way you speak, the way you look, the way you act, like all of that is starting to integrate. All these spiritual awakenings are starting to integrate. And the reason why this is happening is through your thoroughness, through your consistency, through actually taking the lessons and applying them to your life, through when we're feeling that heaviness of emotion, and instead of running away from it, you've been purging it. You've been thorough with everything. You've been looking at everything from all different perspectives and really taking an accountability for your actions as well. So that's why everything is becoming into integration. And the subtile, right? Subtlety is the reason why this integration, you probably don't even really notice it to a degree, because it's subtle. It's subtle changes that you've made, subtle to big changes that you've made that are showing up subtly in your life. So little things, like what I said, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you see yourself, the way you show up in this world. These subtle changes are showing up through the integration that's happening with you. And I think that what the universe wants you to know, because you're probably still in a bit of a hermit mode, you're probably still like not finding your community, especially if you've moved to a new place, let go of connections that you've had before, and you don't have those people that really relate to your new mindset. The universe wants you to know, like a bee needs a community, is that a community is coming. The community is coming because you've integrated all these parts of you. You're on a new vibration that your community is catching up to you. Just have more patience, but your community is coming. And cooperation is this new community is going to be cooperating with you, meaning that you guys are going to work together to build something, to fulfill your mission work. It's not just people that you're meant to pass time with. No, it's people that you guys have a sole purpose. You came into this existence to probably spiritually awaken people in some shape, way, or form, or heal people, share messages, share truths, and whatever your area of specialty is. And you're going to be cooperating with these people. You guys are not going to be breaking each other down. You guys are not going to be quote unquote disagreeing with each other, and they're not going to tell you you're wrong, you're on the wrong path. You're going to be cooperating to build something bigger, whether it's building a community of other like-minded souls, sharing a message, like all these things. You're cooperating with each other. And then you guys are going to be making sweetness like honey. You guys, everything that you guys build together is just going to bring more sweetness into this world. It's going to add value to this world. It's going to be like honey, the sweet nectar of honey, right? the deliciousness of honey. You guys are bringing that into existence because you guys are all vibrating on that high vibration. So be prepared for the community that's coming. And then this broom. I love that. That's like those witchy brooms. So nice. I really love these cards. They're cute. So this kind of relates to the integration, right? These two. Is that through energy clearing and freshening, which I think you still have to do, is still clear. It's not going to be completely done. You're still going to have to clear more things, but that doesn't mean the community is not coming while you're still clearing whatever last minute habits, whatever last minute mindsets, because it takes time for yourself to truly let go of past ways of thinking, right? And being triggered is what helps you to see, oh, I'm being triggered by this. Why am I being triggered like this? And clear that as well. So the universe sees also that you've been clearing, you've been freshening up yourself, freshening up your place, freshening up who you are, freshening up your mindset, right? So through this energy clearing and what I said, the ascension, that's clearing out energy, you're integrating all these new concepts that you learned. It takes 21 days or longer to build a new habit, and that's why it's being integrated, because of all this energy clearing that you've been doing. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards on this, and then I'll end it out. So 3 cards just flew out when I was shuffling, and this is so cool. Look at this imagery. There's a symbol on it as well. I don't know what symbol that is. If you know, leave in the comments. But that's like an acorn, right? And then it says oak tree coming out of the acorn. And all the roots are going into that acorn. So the oak tree is power, courage, and strength. So you've had the power, courage, and strength to keep going, to not give up, to face your shadows, to integrate these new principles, to do the energy clearing that you've been doing. And the universe just wants you to keep acting from that place of power. Keep being courageous in your action. When you get an intuitive hit to do something, keep being courageous and keep going forward with that. And the reason why you've been courageous and powerful is because you've had the strength to do it. You've had the strength to let go of substances that no longer serve you, let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, that were draining your energy, that was traumatic, that was toxic, that was bringing out toxic traits in you. You've allowed yourself to clear those people, clear those things, clear that energy that wasn't serving you, that was bringing down the vibration that your soul resonated at from birth, from past lifetimes. You always had this high vibration, but through trauma, through experiences, through being around the wrong people, through being around energy vampires, they've dimmed your light and allowed you to get more into the 3D world instead of being in the 5D where your spirituality and where you know your soul exists. So now you are seeing how powerful you are, how your words resonate, speak volume, how your energy, just by being in a room, just by walking down the street, people are staring at you, and because they feel your energy, that you're not from this world, you're not from this planet. You were here for a mission to raise the vibration of this collective. And that's your soul's purpose, and keep being courageous on it. You are stepping into your courage by pursuing your passions, but just don't falter. Keep going. And then this is the heads. So it says potential, boundaries, indecision. So either you have gone through or you're still going through this point of indecision of what your next step is, right? But what do you have to do? You have to keep surrendering. If you don't know, just keep doing what you can control, right? That's all you can control is your routine, pursuing your passions, eating healthy. Like, you can only control what things that are directly related to you, but things that are like outside of your control, like views going up, right? If you're on social media, or a person coming to your life, or whatever the case may be, like, you can't control those things, right? So in those situations, you just got to let it go and surrender. But if there's something in your life that you're having indecision about, whether it's like, for example, moving to another place, or staying in one place, or pursuing someone or not pursuing someone, or working on this passion or not working on this passion, like, just trust your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. You'll get the clarity over time. It won't just be an overnight thing where you'll have to just keep doing what you can control. And it's like I've used this example before. So it's like the universe sees that you're tapping into your potential, but keep going. Explore other options, explore other things. Like if you feel like something's not working out with what your passion is, then explore something else, right? Like just, you have the potential to accomplish so much, so keep tapping into that potential and set up boundaries. And hold on. Yeah, set up boundaries. Know your self-worth. Know what you'll tolerate. Know what you'll put up with. Make sure your boundaries are high when you interact with friends, family, relationships, whatever the case may be. Keep your boundaries high. You've done all this work, all this healing work, just keep your boundaries high. And indecision, like some things you're going to be indecisive about, but you have to wait for the clarity to come and trust your intuition on what it's telling you to do, right? Whether it's telling you to stay in a situation or move on from that situation, you'll get the clarity over time, and the universe will send you more signs to help you make that decision. It's just that we have to pay attention to it. That's why we stay in a state of indecision, because either it's not ready for us to make that decision, or it's because of the fact that we're not paying attention to the sign. We're not listening to our intuition, and we're staying in a place of anxiety. It's funny, I should have probably I didn't really look at the cards before I started talking about them, but you see this earthworm? Another cool one. I used to, like, in my backyard, I used to dig worms and pick them out and then put them back in, and when it was like raining and the worms would be out, like I was totally a naturistic person and like obsessed with bugs. And it's funny because my little one is obsessed with bugs and creatures and all these things, whereas my older one's like, ew, like don't get bugs near me. And now as I'm older, I'm not like a big fan of bugs, but when I was a kid, I was a fan of bugs. Anyways, that's just a side note. But basically, exactly what I was saying here, I should have probably looked at it because these two relate. Whatever you're feeling indecisive about, whether it's a place that you want to move to, whether it's a person, whether it's a career that you want to pursue, like some of those decisions you might not be able to make until another situation comes up, like until you get more information about it, until for example, if it's a career, until a career comes into your existence, then you're not going to be able to make that decision. You can start exploring options. You have the potential to do whatever you want to do. You start thinking about ideas because you create your manifestations, you create your reality. But if it's about moving to a place, unless you have the resources to move to that place, you're not going to be able to do that. Unless you have the career to move to that place, you might not be able to do that, right? So some decisions you have to wait for them to come in. If it's a person that you're thinking about or whatever, then you have to wait for that person to make a decision. So it's like there's certain things that are out of your control that you have to surrender to, that you can't make a decision on, and there's other things that you can make decisions on. So it's like you're feeling in this state of indecision because you might not have control over certain situations, but exactly the earthworm, the universe wants you to know, don't worry, clarity is coming. Stop ruminating over you, overthinking it, obsessing it. Clarity will come. As soon as you let go and you keep surrendering and focusing on the things you can control, like what I said, exercise, getting out in nature, working on your passions, all those things that you can control that make you feel good. So you keep your vibration high, you act on your highest excitement. That's when the clarity will come, when you least expect it. Unexpectedly, the clarity will come because other things will align for you to be able to make a decision. So right now you're in this state of indecision still, and I feel like you've been like this for a while now, or someone else in your life is in a state of indecision, and you're feeling that energy on you. So just be patient. I know it's the worst thing. I don't like being patient either, but through this year of being in isolation, I've learned to be more patient with things. I've learned to surrender. And that's why you're probably feeling that integration, because at the beginning of this journey, your patience was like, no, you want things to change now. You want your passions to take off now. You want to be with the person that you want to be with. You want to be in the place that you want to be with, but you have to be patient and let everything unfold. And that's why it's integrating. Your patience is integrating, and slowly you're getting more clarity about situations, people, places, and things that were serving you, that weren't serving you. Everything is just coming at you at once, and it's probably a lot of information that you're downloading, but and there's still some stuff that you don't have clarity on, but it will come. The universe wants you to know clarity is coming. Just continue to be patient and continue to not stay in a waiting period. Just continue to do what's working for you, what you can control. So I hope this message helped and that you are able to get the clarity that you're seeking and it comes to you soon and you don't have to wait forever.